What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we are going to be doing a Manchester City transfer update with the latest ins, outs and contract news with happenings with Manchester City. Before we crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then make sure you subscribe, press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We're going to be doing daily transfer updates throughout all of the January transfer window, so if you want to stay tuned for that, make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss a thing with all the latest happening. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos, you can find my email in description below, which is jsgc171@gmail.com. You can go and find my social media links, Twitter and Instagram, in description below and popping up on screen. If you want to go and follow me on Twitter and Instagram, stay up to date with everything happening with Manchester City throughout all of the latest winter window with transfer news. And don't forget also, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. So we're going to crack on with this video and start off first with the ins. And the first comes in the form of Kingsley Coman. The Sun have been reporting that Manchester City are taking a look at Bayern Munich winger Kingsley Coman, who Pep has worked with before at his time at Bayern Munich. Of course, Leroy Sane being heavily linked with Bayern Munich. City are looking at alternatives. They're thinking maybe a swap. It does sound like a summer move to me though, as Leroy Sane sounds like if he's leaving, it's going to be in the summer too. So that's probably something for us to turn our attentions to more towards the summer rather than in January. And I think Kingsley Coman's also got an injury, so and Leroy Sane does. So it's unlikely in my opinion, but it is something that we possibly could well keep our eyes on. Now, 90 minutes, they're not the most reliable source, I will add, saying that Manchester City are looking at Red Bull Leipzig centre-back Dayot Upamecano. Is that how you say his name? Upamecano? He's a French centre-back, 21 years old, highly rated, having a good season in the Bundesliga with Red Bull Leipzig too, who are also doing relatively well in the Champions League too. It's not the most reliable source though, so I feel like City's name's just been chucked out there because you see a young centre-back doing well and you think, let's link him with all the best clubs in Europe, and City are one of them. So I feel that's why our name is in there, but like always, if there's more to the story, I will let you know. Now, a player that City's been continuously being linked with actually over the last few weeks or so is Dani Olmo of Dinamo Zagreb. He's been linked with City, apparently available for €40 million. City, of course, know all about Dani Olmo, playing it against him in our two games that we played in the Champions League against Dinamo Zagreb. Spanish international, and apparently City are keen on the 21-year-old attacker who can also play out wide as well as through the middle. That's according to Sports Witness. It's one of them that he's having a good season and there's a lot of interest. Like when you do well in the Champions League and clubs take notice of what you are doing, there's always going to be interest. And because of his age, just like Dayot Upamecano, because of his age and you're having a good season, there's always going to be interest there. So City's name's always going to be chucked out there, because even if we're not interested, it does help boost the price up, and clubs that may well be interested may have to pay more. So it's difficult being able to have a look at which are serious and which are City being semi-serious and probably won't be making a move. I feel like both Dani Olmo and also Dayot Upamecano, I feel like I'm not too sure. I do have my doubts. Now, another player City are getting linked with is Nicolas De La Cruz, and apparently City are in contact with the Uruguay under-20 player. He's a midfielder. So, according to the MEN, talks are said to be at an advanced stage. I don't know anything about him. I don't know anything about this deal. MEN just came out with this a few days ago with regards to this information. So if this is true, then you imagine this may well be something that does materialise in January. So Nicolas De La Cruz may well be a name for us to keep an eye out for over the coming weeks, with another young player joining Manchester City. And if he does join, I imagine he'll more than likely be loaned out. He might be one of them players we never see in a City shirt. He might well be a player that we do see in a City shirt. I do not know, but he is being linked. Now, the big story that's come out from the ins over the last few weeks is Nathan Ake. He's been linked with Man City again. Apparently Chelsea are interested too. That's according to Sky Sports. They're saying that City have been in contact with Bournemouth and are keeping an eye on the situation. They're saying that Chelsea also are keeping an eye on the situation. And we know that Manchester City are definitely looking at centre-backs. It has been reported numerous times, so you don't have to leave it in the comments. I do know and I am aware that Pep has said numerous times that City aren't signing a centre-back this summer. We do have to sell to bring players in. That's if they are non-homegrown. Nathan Ake is homegrown, and I've heard 40 to 50 million pounds, a bit injury prone. Nathan Ake, I think he's currently just got over an injury recently. It'd make good rotation options for Laporte, and it means we don't have to rush back Aymeric Laporte, bringing in more cover. So this would be a transfer that would make sense in this window, should City want to go after a centre-back. I am aware that Pep said we're not looking at a centre-back for this January, but I think we'd be crazy not to be looking this January at a centre-back, particularly if we can bring in a quality rotated option like Ake to rotate with Laporte, to ease Laporte back in. Bring it in for a good price. He's a ball-playing centre-back who is also homegrown. I think we'd be crazy not to be in for him. And when quality is available, I feel like we should be interested in making things happen. Sky Sports linking us. Whether we make a move or not, we'll have to wait and see this January. I've got a feeling, my instinct is telling me that actually, that should something become available to City, particularly homegrown, we could well make a move. That doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a centre-back, but if a homegrown centre-back comes available like Ake, like I said, surely City have to be interested. Sky Sports have also reported that Koulibaly's still being linked at City, but City are looking for 2 centre-backs. They're possibly looking for one this January and one next summer. I imagine if there's going to be a big money, I'm talking transfer record for Manchester City to be made, that will more than likely come in the summer. Now we're going to move on to the outs, because this is an interesting story with regards to Joao Cancelo. Not just one report, I've heard at least 3 reports now that have been linking Joao Cancelo with an exit from Manchester City. Apparently Valencia are looking at him on loan. There is a view to a permanent deal. I'm just not buying into it though. I feel like this is just publicised paper talk. Literally nothing more. City will not sell Joao Cancelo even on loan this January. City may well assess the situation in the summer, but we've only just brought Cancelo in. Cancelo needs time. I don't think he's done too bad at City whilst he's moved here either. I think he's allowed Kyle Walker to be able to up his game. We don't know the full potential and what Cancelo is capable of, so I think we'd be crazy to say after just a few months, actually, we want to loan you out. I mean, we're going to have to bring somebody else in. We're not exactly teamed with lots of available quality right back, so letting someone go in January on loan, difficult. Like, if a big money move came in for another player like Leroy Sane, who we'll speak about in a minute, then the temptation might be there, but to me, no, I don't buy it. Now, sources in Germany are saying that Bayern Munich, they're still keen on Leroy Sane. They could well make a move in January, but they are concerned about still having to pay a lot of money, and they are concerned that he is injured. Sources close to Bayern, they're saying that they think more than likely the move will come in the summer when the price will be cheaper. There'll be 1 year left on his deal, and so the price will come down. Leroy Sane, they're not expecting to sign a new contract at Manchester City. That contract offer, as far as I am aware, is still on the table for Leroy Sane should he want to sign. I don't think he will. I would not be surprised. Bring Leroy Sane back from his injury in the second half of the season. He'll complete this season with City, and my instinct thinks that more than likely Leroy Sane won't become a Manchester City player as of next season. I think he'll be sold. Love to know your thoughts on that in the comments below. Now, sources in the United States of America, they're saying that David Silva is being looked at for next summer from Inter Miami, the club that David Beckham's involved with. David Silva is also wanted, I do know for fact, by Kobe, that team in Japan, and he's wanted in the Middle East too. He's also wanted back home in Spain too. I've heard Valencia's been interested, his former club, and I know that he has said that he does want to return back to his home team, Las Palmas. I imagine that'll be right at the end of his career, literally like do a season before he retires to go back home. He's recently had a child, was it just last season? So he's going to want to think about that too, and I think a move to the United States would make sense. He will be a free agent as of the summer because he won't be extending his stay at Manchester City. So where next for David Silva? I think a move to America would make sense. I'd like to think, though, that we'd want to keep him in the City Football Group. Why a New York City Football Club not after him if Inter Miami are? Joe Hart also being linked with a move to Inter Miami, by the way. Now, last but not least, in the outs, it comes in the form of Benjamin Garner. It's been reported in Argentina, quite reliable this information too, is that he's close to signing for Racing Club, who are a club in Buenos Aires in Argentina. Now, it's going to be a 4.5-year deal, and they're expecting a deal to be agreed very soon, which is in the region of $2.5 million US, which is roughly somewhere there or thereabouts of £2 million. So Benjamin Garner could well not be a Manchester City City player as of this January. Now, last but not least, in the news, it comes in the form of contracts. Fernandinho, we've not got any updates. City's still undecided on the future of Fernandinho and whether to offer him another contract or not. Personally, I think a one-year extension would do. He's still got a lot to offer, even if it's just teaching players like Tommy Doyle, Rodri, Gundogan, how to be able to read the game and improve at defensive midfielder. I'm not too sure on him at centre-back, if I'm completely honest. The pace does seem to be leaving Fernandinho, and we're slowly but surely just starting to notice with age that the decline will come. However, a video has emerged recently of Riyad Mahrez saying who's going to be out of contract at Manchester City and leaving this summer. He said, along with David Silva, Fernandinho too. Benjamin Mendy had a smirk on his face as though to say, you shouldn't have said that. Read into that what you will. So there we go, that has been the video. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here. Daily transfer updates coming out in throughout all of January for the transfer updates, so make sure you stay tuned for that and subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, put your push notifications on. Social media links, Twitter and Instagram in description below and popping up on screen if you want to go and follow me on there. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you want Leroy Sane to leave? Do you think he'll leave? Let me know your thoughts on the ins, Nathan Ake, players like that. Do you want them? Let me know in the comments below. Email is also in description below, which is jsgc171@gmail.com if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business enquiries. Daily transfer updates coming out. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships, I'm expecting the videos to do rather well, then now is the time. Hit me up and let me know. I'll see you all again for the next video. So I've been JSGC. I will have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.